So you take a boiling pot of water, put it in one side of your sink. Try to do this as quick as possible so you don't lose the heat from your water. Then you take your clams, you dip them in your hot water. 1, 2, 3. That, and as soon as you drain most of the hot water out of them, you can throw them into your cold water, which I pre-run. You dump them right out in that cold water and let them cool real good. The colder you get them in that cold water, the firmer the meat will be when you take them out of the shell. So roughly 13-14 seconds is how long you scald them for. 15. I won't know if that was quite enough until I go to open them up. We'll just try one. Yeah, about 15 seconds. After you let your clams cool, you got a butter knife would work. I have a knife that I always use for shelling clams, so just put the knife in the bottom of the shell like that. Just open it. Now, depending upon how they're scalded, you might want to cut that bottom muscle, but then you open it up. I'll do that again for you. So, the bottom, open it. Like that, and then you take that skin, just peel it back so you can cut the head off. The trick is you try not to rip the meat all apart. So, in the bottom, open, cut that, take it out of the shell, peel that skin back, you got yourself a shelled clam. So the next step, after you've got your clams all taken out of the shell, which took about 10 minutes to do 10 pounds, just to give you an idea, you take the colander. I'm going to place these clams back in this bowl once I get them cleaned. So take your colander and you switch these around so that you get all the dirt. As you're doing so, take a close look, make sure you have no shell particles or anything like that in there, any grit. Nothing worse than eating clam and finding grit in it. Thoroughly give these a good thorough washing. Try not to squish them or break them or anything like that, but they're not babies, you can be rough on them. You can hear the grit coming out the bottom of them in the sink. So you know you're doing a good job. So you take a good look at them, make sure you don't see anything in there. That one there has got some dirt in the center of the bag. So you just kind of break that membrane right there, you can rinse all that stuff out. So now you'll see I have a couple of eggs in a bowl here. Just going to break up the yolks. And do a egg, flour, batter type of thing. Which for home is the best batter you have. So I'm going to take a few of these clams that we've shelled out and washed, place them in the bowl, and make sure we get them all nice and covered with the... Now I've dumped some all-purpose flour into a container, something I can put a cover on. I add a little bit of salt and pepper to the flour, just for a little added flavor. This is a pretty simple plain Jane recipe. So here's the clams that I have in egg. Now you don't have to leave these sitting there, I just did just so I could get the flour ready. Just take them out individually, lay them in your flour. Try to get as much egg yolk off as possible. It's just going to chew up your flour if you don't. Just lay them in there till you have a nice layer. Single layer of clams. I just put a cover on it. This is all I do. So, with a different fork, one a little dry, take the flour clams out individually. I try to keep them individually. If you don't, they'll come out in clumps. You don't want several clams together. Just try to keep them individual. Shake the excess flour off them. So as you can see, it's a fairly lengthy process, but the reward will be well worth the effort. You will not buy clams at a restaurant that taste any better than this. That's all the clams that are in our flour. Frying pan on medium. I'm going to put some butter in there. Get that all nice. Once you get your butter melted, sizzling a little bit, you're going to lay these clams individually in the pan. You want to do these till they're just a nice golden brown before you flip them. And we're going to flip them to one. Alright, so we're going to check, make sure they're nice and golden brown. Start flipping the ones that are ready. Don't want them overcooked. They're pretty well done to perfection right there. Alright, so we're going to now just double check the other side, make sure they're done. We want them cooked, but we don't want them cooked too much. If they're browned, they should be good. So I put a piece of paper towel on the plate. That is to soak up any excess grease you want there.